Race to make commercial space travel a reality is really intensifying. Virgin Galactic reached a major milestone last month. For the first time, a crewed vehicle built for commercial passenger service reached space. The two astronauts traveled, listen to this, 51.4 miles above the Earth's surface. Now, only on CBS This Morning, we're announcing a brand new partnership between Virgin Galactic and Under Armour. The performance wear company will develop space apparel and footwear for astronauts, engineers, and fans. Under Armour, very popular at this table. We'll also create an astronaut training program that includes fitness and nutrition plans to prepare future passengers for space travel. So joining us now are Sir Richard Branson. He's the founder, as you know, of Virgin Group, which includes Virgin Galactic. Hello, Sir Richard. And Kevin Plank, founder and CEO of Under Armour. We welcome you all to the table.
Thank you. Good morning.
Welcome. Okay, so set the scene for us, Kevin and Richard. How did this bromance partnership, this is serious business, get started? Where, when, how?
So, Richard, you start.
Kevin was on Necker Island. We have occasional conferences on a rather beautiful island, the Virgin Islands.
It's a lovely island,
It is.
that you own, yes.
And the lovely thing about being on an island is you have time to talk, and we spent a lot of time chatting together, got to know each other really well. I'm sort of the older entrepreneur, so I can give this young man a bit of fatherly advice. But we became great friends and decided to do some things together.
Is that how you remember it too, Kevin?
I mean, in my world, you know, Sir Richard Branson was, you know, larger than life, and so there's nothing more disarming than someone approaching you wearing beach shorts.
Yes.
But there's still that mane of hair. There's still the, you know, here comes Richard the Lion. So,
and Kevin, what were you wearing? You had on beach shorts too.
I was wearing Under Armour.
Yes, of course. But of course.
Kevin, I mean, you outfit the most spectacular athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to do in terms of helping, in terms of space outfits?
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is that
going to build spacesuits.
Spacesuits. I mean,
it's all the technology we've had over 23 years of the company being in business is something we get to apply now to something as real as space. And watching this all come to life is something, I think it's a dream for so many around the planet, and it's such a massive vision. So all the technologies that we're using, it's basically, this is the kind of project that our team looks at and says, I can't believe we get to build and do something for space. So the cool thing is that everything that we're actually putting into the spacesuits and technologies, it's things that we already have or things that are actually coming to market. So this is so in line with what and who we are as a technical brand. So our ability to be the technical spacewear partner for Virgin Galactic is such a cool opportunity.
When I first came across Under Armour, I felt like it was already clothing from the future. So it feels like you're already rolling.
So he's on brand.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the you know, if you're going to space, it's going to be you know, you've got married, you have your children, and the other thing you're going to remember is that day you go to space, and it's very important, therefore, that, you know, when you look in the mirror before you go to space, you feel the part, and the spacesuit is very important, and it needs to look good, it needs to be comfortable, it needs to be safe. And it's just great working with Under Armour. They've got an incredible team of people.
Speaking of looking the part, you are training for the part. Where are you in that process of training to go to space?
I'm actually really happy with where I'm at. I mean, we do a challenge every year with my kids, and we did 2,000-kilometer bike ride and hike earlier this year.
Wow.
Sorry, at the end of last year. And you know, I'm now sort of keeping up that fitness program. So, you know, my aim is, you know, to have a body of a sort of 30-year-old by the time when I go to space. And
your age right now is what, and how old do you feel?
Well, I'm approaching 69, and you know, I honestly. You know, I mean, I just won a tennis tournament. I'm feeling great.
I like how you're thinking.
In my 30s, and I think, you know, I think if you look after yourself and, you know, find sort of an hour or two a day to really look after yourself. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can actually, you know, get your body back to being very young.
So how soon do you guys see people in space wearing an Under Armour outfit? How soon do you see
this year.
Really?
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I will hope to go up, you know, in the middle of this year myself. We've got another test flight in a handful of weeks, taking place from Mojave. Then we'll have another one a few weeks later, then another one, and then we move everything to New Mexico, where we've got a beautiful spaceport. And
And Richard, when you say you want to go up, where exactly are you going?
So the initial flights that we're doing will be, we'll put people into space. They'll be able to, they'll go up into space at 3,500 miles an hour, 0 to 8 seconds. And they'll be able to unbuckle. We've got the big windows in the spaceship. They'll float around. They'll become an astronaut. And then they'll come back in the same spaceship they've gone up in.
Wow.
And they'll land actually on the wheels of the spaceship that we sent them up into space. Wow. And they'll come back as one of the first, the first few hundred people to become astronauts in the last 50 years.
And are you game for this, Kevin? You going up?
So there's 600 people on the waiting list right now.
And you don't want to cut the line. You don't want to, Kevin, you don't want to cut the line.
Fair is fair.
We'll be right with it. But no, it's not another question. Again, the cool thing is, I think as you're thinking about putting people in space, what goes into that process as well, and Richard talks about training for himself, but that's one of the other ways that we're partnering is that with the astronauts, we're putting together training programs for them, offering them to go to our own performance center in Portland, Oregon, to be able to spend and prep and getting ready to go into space. And when they do, they can go up and they can feel better, and that's one thing that I think is pretty neat that we're going to be able to do from a technical standpoint. Put people in space for things that's actually technology that's available on the ground. So like this sweater that I'm wearing right now is actually built with IntelliKnit, which gives you the ability to modify where you want to put different strands. So it's not like a cotton sweater or a cashmere sweater. It's like it's built with Rush technology, which allows you, keeps your blood circulation, keeps you moving, which is all incredibly on
And it looks good too. Well, Tom Brady and Steph Curry are two of your athletes. Have you said, listen, fellas, I got an idea for you? I got another thing you can conquer.
Well, Steph actually had fun, I think, with NASA recently too.
Yeah, he did.
And calling into question the actual moon landing, which was a total riff.
He was kidding, yeah.
But then it got going with NASA. So when they were down playing the Rockets, he got a tour, and so he might be. I don't think Coach Kerr would feel very good about it.
You don't want to question Buzz Aldrin on the moon landing.
Yes.
Yes.
You got to punch in the nose.
Give you a pack of fives. Yeah.
Sir Richard Branson, Kevin,
excited for you both.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Really
cool.
excited, and I hope we can do an update with you guys.
Hey.
Look at the shoes. These are the new Under Armour shoes that I'm wearing.
Kevin, I like
Very
those.
nice.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's called the Infinite. It breaks in first week of February.
I wear a size 10.
Joey.com.
Do with that what you will.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.